Hey guys, Sean again, Custom Offsets TV on the YouTube. Got another episode of Hot New, got episode 75, and it's gonna be a good one. I've been absolutely dying to do this one ever since Moto decided to come out with this gray version of the 962. So if you don't know, I'm about to tell you, and you should probably get caught up a little bit with the old wheel scene. The Moto 962 is by far the most popular wheel, most sold wheel, I believe, ever in the entire world. And it's because of these really blocky, sexy spokes, the really clean and sleek design, the big old lip that they put on it, and then they came back and did some sweet machining, milling, I'm gonna call it milling, on the insides of all the windows. And it's been hot, hot, hot. The black and machine version, or the black version first, was super popular. The black and machine version was even more popular. I believe everybody in the whole world has had or will have or does have a set of Moto 962s. I think I've had 3 sets in the time of custom offsets on our different vehicles. Now they came out with it in what is like, it's a gray matte metallic. So it's matte as in it doesn't have a gloss to it. It doesn't, you don't see a big thick clear coat on it, but it's metallic because it's got the metallic flake all throughout it. So it's gonna definitely have a sparkle to it. And it's almost like, it looks like a black speckle metallic flake something inside of there. But it gives it a lot of depth and a lot of sexiness. So this one is gonna be the 20 by 12 wide. It's a -44 offset. And if you know your Moto metal, you know that it's got about a 5 3/4 lip on it. And that's, you know, pretty competitive. A lot of guys are getting out to the, a lot of manufacturers are getting out to the 6-inch lip now, but at 5 3/4, it's still a nice big sexy lip on it. This one is, like I said, the gray finish, and you'll see it's got the milling rivets all the way around. They also make this in a black, in a semi, or I believe it's gloss black, but it's a shiny black version with the same milling. But the gray one is the newest to the lineup. They're making this in every size. So they got 17s, 18s. The 18s go all the way to an 18 by 12, which isn't offered in a lot of wheels. So it's a 18, but it's a nice wide 12 -44. And then they've also got this in the 20s, the 20 by 90, which is good for the leveled trucks, 20 by 10 -24, which is good for the leveled trucks that want the stance, and then the 20 by 12 -44. And then they also make it in a 22, and then the 22 goes all the way to 22 by 14. As far as price, these guys are priced moderate, right there with all the other Moto metals and, you know, the fuels and all the typical name brand wheels as far as the cast wheels. And then a lot of these are gonna be, I'm sure this one, this is 8 lug. So, but a lot of the 6 lug are gonna be dual drilled. So they do have a cap on them. This is not one to run a spike lug nut with. And if you try to take that off and just run a spike lug nut anyways, you're gonna be let down on the quality of finish and maybe some markings inside of there because it's not made to be run without the cap. It is designed to keep that cap on there. So it will have the covered lug nuts, and running spike lug nuts will give you a slightly unfinished look that may not be perfect if that's what you're going for. So that is the Moto 962 in this sexy ass gray. And now A-Man will pan to lots of sexy close-in shots to really let you see how this thing rocks. Peace. Peace.